nia tumite toge another section here, Health Sunday. And another reminder, Mama Brian augire, Mama Brian ne Joyce. Health Sunday is not only for anyone in the health service, it's for everybody. Ino ne safe space ya modo othe kuhota kuyaria. So as an introduction, ya could resurrect this service, we wanted to start with stress management. Todo ithuothe nitugereire hau. Probably we are even still there, right? Rugwedaga, if we could have some volunteers, modoke atuire, what is a stress to them? Kana nike kimu stressaga mono, na nike kimu teithagia koruta stress isio. If we don't have a volunteer, there are some people I had in mind, but first I'm gonna let you guys volunteer. But there is one person specifically, Dreda Arie, todo he's our dad. Hari ithuothe, twina mathina kana tũngĩendwo twenyeraga kũrĩ we. So I would appreciate if mũtungatĩri otwambĩrĩrie, because I'm pretty sure we are a lot. Yeah. No kuga tu nike oria odiraga na stress, just that.
Bwana asifiwe. Sikuwa natarajia kuitwa. Nilikuwa nafikiria mimi leo nitakaa tu. Lakini ni kweli, it is true. Hata mchungaji huanga na stress zake. Na stress hutokana na mambo mbalimbali, sana sana kwa ministry. Sababu wajua wakati mwingine unaletewa mambo na wafuasi, mambo mengine magumu sana. Na kama binadamu, mimi ni binadamu kama huyu ananiletea. Ni kweli tunapeleka kwa Bwana, lakini nikiletewa na huyu niletewe na huyu, wakati mwingine inakuwa mazito. Lakini tuseme kwanza kuna kuomba, pili kuna ile hali mimi nimejua ya kwamba mimi ni mchungaji, nimeitwa kama mchungaji. Na ni lazima niwe na kile tunaita centering, niwe na my own centering. And I have my own way of centering, particularly the word of God and music, listening to music. I listen to all kind of music. I listen to rap, I listen to Christian music, I listen to reggae. And when I listen to music, and in fact, by the way, that was one of the main reasons that I started my own radio, to just have music that I like, music that I can play and I can listen to. And also, sometimes if it's too difficult, I'll either share it with my wife or share it with another pastor. If it is very, very stressful to an extent that I am not managing it myself. But it is true that we do go through. Then the other stressor is when people talk bad things about the pastor. And somebody talk, maybe you talk about me, and you're talking to Naomi, and Naomi is a friend of mine. As we are sharing a meal, she doesn't know that she's actually letting out, a guarded secret, and she says that when you tap into it, sometimes it generates very negative energy that is a stressor to some extent. But again, I've always found my way into those. The last one that I want to mention, there's a season that I had to go through, very difficult time. Very, very difficult season. I had to take a sabbatical, stay away from the situation. That has helped me in a big way.
Thank you so much. Yes, you have. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hello, Kanisa. So for me, Yeah, stress is, everybody got some time when they are stressed. For me, I love walking. Yeah, unaona niko mkubwa, but I walk. I like hiking. But there's a way I used to quiet my mind. I have learned nowadays, because before I used to have a lot of panic. You know how you fear something that is not real, but the mind doesn't know that the fear is not here right now, but it registers like the fear that you fear in the future. The mind feels like it's now, and you start reacting, right? So you are going through that fear so what I do is meditation, not really meditation, guided imagery. You are the driver of wherever you want to take your mind. So I drive my mind. I see myself in a garden of flowers. Beautiful. My color is purple. Yeah, I'm there right now. I'm going. It's purple. I'm walking. And then in the middle of the garden, I see somebody waiting for me. Beautiful ladies. I lie down and they start massage. Beautiful massage. Oh, I'm relaxing. I see, I don't know how they call that. Swing. Oh boy, I'm there. That works every time. I'm able to quiet my mind, and you drive your mind wherever you want to be. So that's how I do it, and I love it.
Thank you. Anybody who loves hiking, you can see Mama Brian, and you guys can go hiking. Actually, you were one of my volunteers, so thank you.
Praise God. Yes, I'm Isabella. And for me, I get so stressed when my children are sick. It really stresses me. But how do I get through this? Through worship. I like worshiping. Bwana yangu ananiambia, if you want to know who I am in the house, he look for me through singing. He'll find me in the bathroom because I'm singing. He comes to the house, he can find me, and ananiangalia, asikia mtu anaimba huko, ananitafuta ananipata hivyo. So some of the songs for worship, like, oh, to Jesus I surrender, oh, to him I freely give. I will ever love and trust him. How can you sing a song like that and be stressed? How? Oh, to Jesus I surrender. You surrender everything. This song that Joyce chose, I chosen this song for the worship today. And then Joyce chose the song. When she sent me the song, I said, I can't sing this song. We have to change. So we changed the song to King Ori song. And I told Joyce, so a song like this, you are so stressed. Ehihi, ruo rwakwa nĩtake, harĩ Ngai ũrĩa wariũkirie Lazaro akuĩte. How can you sing that and be stressed? So I love worship. The other thing I love going to the gym. I go to the gym there. Sometimes they sing this music, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, can't they sing just a worship song? But I love going to the gym. Praise the Lord. Amen.
How I did. One time at night, like 2 o'clock, my family called me from Kenya. They told me my brother was climbing the tree and he fell. And I was supposed to go to work 6 o'clock. They told me they need money, like 200,000 to go to the hospital. So when I go to work, when I walk to the station, I see I was given a seater. I'm stressed. So the one who was there was tired. He has restrained. So I was told I'm the one to look for that one. So I sit down. You know what I did? I sleep. Then it was so funny because the patient opened the restraint. He went to the station. He told the nurse, you give me somebody to stay there. I'm watching her. So when the nurse came, He came slowly by slowly. I was out, sleeping. The patient said, I'm going to look for her because she's the one who is sleeping. So that time, you couldn't sing it at work. You couldn't do anything. They told me, Naomi, you are not going to be seated again. You're going to go to the floor. So when I went to the floor, the first thing I said, what did I do? I remember what my family told me from Kenya. Then that time I said, I need somebody to talk to. I called Joyce. I told Joyce what happened. Joyce was so loving. Then I called Gladys. Gladys came to our station and told me, you are sleeping? They're going to give you time out. But I went to the floor. I talked with Joyce. I talked with somebody else. Then I was good to go. So Joyce gave me advice how I gonna do, and I didn't sleep again. And I went and I started singing, so my stress went off.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Okay, and then I'll have Samantha come next.
Wow. Thank you. I'm not alone. I sing like my sister Isabella. Yeah. So I wonder, you get stressed and your family is here. Hey, some of us, you are so stressed because your children are far from you, your husband, and most of the time you think about them, where they are, what they are doing. When I call home, and maybe my husband tells me, I ask, where are you? He said, I'm in Nakuru. Nakuru where? Nakuru is big. When he tells me I'm at mother's house, I feel good. Can I speak to the mother? Like that. So most of the time we get stressed, I cry, but I get consolation from the songs. And I sing, God, just help me. Because I like crying, I don't know why. And when I sing, I get relieved, and I feel so good. And most of the time, Catherine knows, I don't receive mails. My housemate, they know that. I don't receive mail most of the time. I just receive those funny things when they tell you they are going to give you money. And so one time, I was so stressed, and I wrote myself a card, a very beautiful card. And I put the stamp and posted. Unfortunately, they were not there to see when I was receiving. I'm the one who got the letter, and I read my card. I wanted them to see even me, I receive letters. And I read this card. It was so beautiful, and I encouraged myself. That is how I encourage myself. I get comfort. And most of the time, I share my songs with my husband. I sing through the phone. And usually he tells me, can you sing the song you sang when I was quoting you? Sweet Hour of Prayer. And I sing Sweet Hour of Prayer. God bless you.
Can we have another male volunteer, please?
Male volunteer.
All right. Okay, after Samantha. And, yeah, after Samantha.
Hello, church. I'm Samantha, and some things that stresses me out are expectations. Everybody has expectations, and it's not that most people can live up to them. And I guess it stresses me out because I always want to go higher than what I'm expected to make my family proud, you know? And some ways I deal with this is by talking to my favorite person in the world, which is my mother, right there. She has been with me from day one, and I know I can always come to her when I'm stressed, so yeah.
Thank you so much. Mr. Jerome.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord again. Being away from motherland, you all know how stressful it was. When you're here, you don't have family. We came here in 1994, right after high school. Some of us were so small. And those days, we didn't have gathering like this. So you can imagine, unaishi kwa mzungu, unaingia cold sandwich, unaamuka, toa gari kwa driveway. We used to get stressed a lot. And I would say, for me, stress comes when I'm told to do something that I have no control of. And I would say, I was thinking about stress. I remember when I met my brother-in-law, tulikuwa tunaishi kwa Pastor Jane. I was so stressed. And I didn't know whether to continue with school or not. So I moved from one state to another. When I saw snow, it stressed me even more. Nikashindwa, do I go back home? Na sina chochote? I didn't even go to university, nikarudi tena California, nikaenda Cal State Fullerton. So there's one thing that God did to me. Now wengine wenyu, you might think I'm saying this to please women. Men, when you're single, tunakuwa stressed double. So my brother-in-law, aliniintroduce kwa her sister. Oh, we are starting a mission kuenda kuimba. You can imagine, umeletewa. So ninasafiri. Alafu nitakuja kumpeleka Arizona. The day she entered my life, God knows, stress yangu ilishia hapo. The day we got married, nikaanza kunona. And I'm not joking. One of our member, kuna siku tulikuwa tumezoea kwenda gathering ya couple. And when I'm far from her, I don't know kama ni vile alilewa kikristo, she reads my mind. Stop worrying. Koma, tika kueshiria. Do this. And sometimes I ask myself, does she get stressed out? Sababu she's always laughing. So for me, God gave me a wife. I can say tunakuwa stressed ndio, but when I go home, tukapewa kipawa ingine, His purity. So now, you can imagine 2 women. What a happy man. Mimi sina shida. So when I came to gaining weight, ndio waliona na wakanisaidia. So my family has helped me to deal with my stress. Sana sana na devotion na maombi. And we've been growing strong.
So thank you, everybody. And just give me a second. All right, and then I'll have you say something, and that will be it. Thank you so much.
I'll be back. Yeah. For me, how do I deal with my stress? I like to go to the gym. I work out a lot in the morning. I walk a lot. I do my devotional every morning. I have told myself I'll wake up every day at 6 a.m. when I'm not working. So I do my devotional, and then I go to either gym or I go for a walk. What really stressed me is when I came here, because that's the time I really had stress. Since then, I don't think I have any stress until I was sick a few months ago. When I came here, I slept on the floor. I have never slept on the floor. I slept on the floor because the people hosted me. They had a room for me, but no bed. So that really stressed me that I'm sleeping on the floor. But I told God, you brought me here for a reason, and I know I'm going to somewhere. I'll go somewhere. I'll wake up, my body will be hurting because I never slept on the floor, and then I'll go walk to Walmart. I'll walk like maybe 2 miles just to get out of that house and walk. And at one time I told myself, should I go back home? What did I do? Did I kill anybody? Why do I have to stay in this place? But you know what? I said, and I prayed a lot, and I said, you know what? God help me. Because it's not that I'm better than other people, but I woke up one day and I said, I'm going to DMV to get a driver license. And I'm going to get a driver license, but I don't even have any papers. But you know what? Praying too much and believing that I can make it. And I got there and they told me, how are you going to get a driver license? You have not even a social security. You crazy? And I said to myself, there you go again. What do I do now? So more stress. And then I said, how do I get this social security? And they say, you go to a social security office and get social security there. I'm talking about 2000 is when I came here. So I've been here over 20 years. I say, give me the letter to take it to social security. I was that brave just to tell them, give me the letter. And they gave me the letter and I took it there. And do you know what? I was given social security. Just a letter. Here is the letter, I need social security. The stress kind of went away. But we all have a lot we can say. If I have to write, I can write a book since I came here, because I have a lot that I can tell you that has happened to me. But when I got that social security, I used to drive at home, so it was not a big deal. I went and did my driving and I passed. And I'm going to get driver. I don't even have a car, first of all. But you know what? God gave me a car after I got a driver license. Because I drove somebody's car. You know how you borrow a car, then you go do driving test. And I got my driving. But I was able to buy a car to maneuver around and do whatever I did. It's a long story. But you know what? One day I'll share. But that's the last time I had the stress, and until I was sick 2 months ago. I'll talk about that later. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And now we are going to choir.
All right, thank you.
Murega inyuothe rĩngĩ gũtukania Gĩthweri, Gĩkũyũ, Gĩthũngũ nĩgetha andũ othe understand what I'm saying. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. So I will introduce myself. I'm Jane Wainaina, and I'm a mother of one, a girl. She's 16, single mom, and I love the Lord. I wear so many hats. I'm a chef by professional, so I brought some mandazi there for you guys so you can taste it. I also am a life insurance agent. I also work in health. UCI Medical Center, some of you I work with some of you here. I've been there for 18 years, so I'm about to retire now. 3 more years. I want to retire on my 50th birthday. So that way I can enjoy after working that long here. So I've seen it all. So why am I here today? I'm here to talk about life insurance. That a lot of you don't like to hear about it because you think it's a taboo to talk about it. And especially as Africans, we have that problem. So I said today I will talk about it, and I know some of you have already seen me, so that's why I said I know half of you here. But anyway, so before I start, I'm going to have Mr. Edward show a video of this Kenyan lady. As you all know, California life has become very expensive, for sure. And the reason I want to talk about this life insurance because think about it. I don't want people to think when you buy life insurance it's just for the death. So it's also for illness, and I'm going to have Mr. Edward run the video. I want to show this is a Kenyan lady who was sick. I want you to see what happened to her, and then I'll talk about it after that. Thank you. It's a husband, not the. No, the other one. National Life Group, who I represent, who was there for them. They were given over $200,000 to help, with paying the house bills and everything, because, like I said, life insurance is not only for death, and especially the one that we are selling right now. It's not a traditional one. Si ile ya kitabo, ile ukufe ndio your family wapewe, sio wewe mwenye umekuwa ukilipa. Not anymore. Nowadays, you can accelerate some money on it if the illness comes, which we are now praying for it to happen, because it happened to them and they were able to accelerate the money to help with the bills and everything. And actually, this lady quit her job. She was in a corporate for 6 years. She quit her job to take care of the husband, and because they had the money, she didn't have to really worry about where is the money gonna come from. Now she's actually my director in the company that I represent. She's one of the directors. She decided to do this. She's the one who showed me how to do this, which I was never been a salesperson in my life. I'm always doing, let me not say I'm not a sales, because when I was doing cooking, I had my own restaurant in Kenya, so that's still selling, But what I'm saying is talking to people going, here. But this lady now, she's all set. Her husband got well. Imagine if they didn't have a life insurance, because as you all know, not all the insurance that you health insurance you have covers everything. You have to pay something out of your pocket. So they were able to get the money from the company to pay everything, but if they didn't have it, what would happen? They would have to either call the community, do fundraiser, do GoFund, which we always do it, but we're trying to really break that right now for us, everybody, let me not generalize Kenyans, but all of us. Let's not always going to go get GoFund. Let's get some. There is it's something for everybody out there. Don't fear getting life insurance, because as you see, it can help you when you're sick. June, July, I was sick. I was hospitalized for 12 days in the hospital. First time I was sick, that's why I said that's the second time I got stressed, because I have never been in a hospital. I was hospitalized for 12 days because I had pneumonia. And that pneumonia was bad because it was the very fever pneumonia that I got it from my traveling to up north, because I travel a lot. It's something microscopic bacteria that is on the soil when you go to way up north where they have those farms. And I like to go there. I have a friend who lived there. So I got it from there, so I started feeling sick. And I thought it was acid reflux. Na ikuwa hiyo heartburn. The way unajua ile Kenya tunasema ni acid reflux. Tunajitibu. Nikajitibu. Na tumadawa hapa na pale for 1 week. Until one day I couldn't breathe. And I was really looking for the air. And I went to the emergency room after a week. And that's when the doctor was saw me and say, you know what, you look horrible. And did check on me on my back, did assessment and told me, you on your left, it look bad. And I'm gonna order X-ray. If it doesn't feel well, I'm gonna order X-ray. When they ordered X-ray and they did COVID, they say, good thing you have no COVID, but bad news, you have very bad pneumonia on your left. And we're gonna have to keep you in the hospital. What did I do? I started crying. Because in my mind, I was saying, I have never been in hospital. This is the first time I'm hospitalized. What am I gonna do now? What is this? But you know what? God was there. I stayed for 12 days. They couldn't figure it out. They thought it was just normal pneumonia. And then later on, they started treating me with antibiotic. I went home. And then as I was at home, they called at discharge. They called me after 3 days. You need to come back to the hospital again. I said, for what? Oh, we found something in your blood after you got discharged. When I went back, they told me, you have to be admitted again. I cried again. I said, I hated this hospital bed. You know, I work in the health, but I always see the patient complaining about the beds, but I never realized that. But when the second time I was laying in that bed, I was feeling very relieved because I knew if something happened to me, I'm all set. My daughter would not be thrown out of my house because I own a house and I knew if anything happened, the house would be paid. If I stay longer, I have money, life insurance that will help me. So, guys, I'm gonna talk few types of life insurance. So I'm gonna show a few slides. That way you can understand, because I know some of you really don't understand what is really life insurance. How many types do we have? So I'm gonna ask Mr. Edward to put a slide. I'm not gonna take I'm just gonna touch where is important, because I know the time is gone. But that's what I wanted to, I'm here for, just to educate you and inform you about that. Okay. No. So anyway, as he's doing that, imagine that family right now, the one I just showed you, they have they had a peace of mind, like the way I was saying. I had that peace of mind, knowing that I don't have to worry if anything happened. So, and that's why I decided I'm gonna continue doing this, talking to people more and more and more, so that we can break that curse of taboo. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lord. Okay. See? You seeing there is power? We believe in God, right? Let's go to so I will talk different types of life insurance. So, one, we have term. What is term? So term ni kama umekomboa nyumba mahali, you are leasing a home for several years. Once your lease is imeisha, then unaondoka, and then you leave. So the way terms work is set for a certain time of years. So you have 5 to 30 years. So 5, 10, 15, and 20, and 30. So that one, if you get that type of life insurance, it's not expensive. That's why it's term, because it's not expensive. It's really not expensive, and especially when you are young, it's not expensive. The younger you are, the better. Even when you are older, if you get a term, it should be that expensive. So, does it have living benefits? Utalipwa pesa if you're sick? Yes, it comes with the living benefits. So, living benefits will give you peace of mind, even when you have that kind of a life insurance still. Does it have cash value? Haina cash value. Cash value need a dividend, if you know, you guys have had dividend at Unaoka interest when you're paying this kind of life insurance. No, this one has no cash value. It does not accumulate. It does not have any interest on it. It is cheap. It's renewable. You can renew it after you're 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. You can go and say, I want to renew it again. And guess what? If you renew it, you don't get to, your medical is not going to be checked again if you are renewing, or if you're converting it. They don't do that again. So it's a guaranteed. The levels are premiums. Levels are premiums. They are guaranteed. So that's how that life insurance is. So we'll go also to the permanent, and then if you have question about the term, if we have time, then you can ask. If we don't have time, I'm going to have a table outside. So the permanent life insurance, ni permanent. Kwanza yetu inaenda up to 120 years ukilive that. And you know what? Black we never crack. We can live, and as black we can live. We can live up to 100. I've seen, my grandma died 103, so I have that genes. So usually, this is a lifetime, like I said, is 120 years. It has living benefits also. If you're sick, you can accelerate the money on it. It has cash value, so dividends is there. You get cash value on it. So what do you do with that cash value if you really need it? You actually can borrow that cash value. When I was sick for 2 months, I took my cash value out and paid some bills because I exhausted my savings. Because 2 months, my job gave me 70%. It's not enough to cater for my bills. So guess what? If I didn't have that or savings or this, what would I have done? Call you guys, all of you, all my friends, call the churches, community to help me. But I didn't have to do that because I have that. So the premium rates, they can be high for permanent policy, but they all depend, again, with your age and your health, okay? So it can be cheap when you are young. Young people is cheap. When you're older, it's expensive. So we are really encouraging those who are young kids, tafadhalini nunulieni watoto life insurance when they are young, because they will come to appreciate one day what you did for them. Because for me, I've done for my daughter, and I'll give her as a gift. And I'll say, continue paying after she's got a job. She get her job. I'll say, here. Now I'll pay. Now, she doesn't have to go look for that, pay that life insurance when she's in her 30s, 40s, because it's going to cost her. And the one I did, it's a retirement one. When she's 50, she can retire from it. I'm educating that because you can retire from this kind of a life insurance, by the way. It's not for death, it's not for sickness. And if you want to learn also, see me. So, and I'll tell you how you can, young people get that. You can retire from it because I've done it. I'm doing it for my little one. At age 50, she does not have to pay for that life insurance. She can get the money out of it. It's called lifetime income. That's the one we have. So not for death only, not for sickness, so it's also for retirement. Mr. Kireko even knew you can qualify for that. For 10 years, you can do 10 years. You don't have to do until 65. We have 10 years also. You can decide, I want 10 years. I want to pay until 10 years and then start earning. So your mfuko is the one that's going to tell you how much I want to keep this life insurance to retire on it also. I can also walk through 101 on that. So middle class, as you grow, you have more you need to protect. See, when you are only you can buy 100. So, but when you get a family, let's go to the other one. When you get family, you need to cover yourself more. Why? Because you have a larger family. Because when you have family, and you leave 100,000 for your family, is it gonna be enough? It's just only gonna be for the dead. But the more family you have, and the more you have, when we are family, you have more responsibilities. You have more. You have student loan. You have mortgage. You have car. You have all these. So you need to cover yourself more. So the more you have, the more family you have, you need to cover more. Let's go to the next one. So now the whole family, now you have family, you bought a house, you have all that. That's why I did 620. You need to cover more when you have a house, depending how much is your house. So that's just something I just put there just to show. So the bigger family you have, the more you want to cover yourself, okay? So it's the same thing. So the more you have, you cover yourself more. Okay, so what if you die too soon? So this is if you die like today. More than ever, you need protection from the start. Financial debt responsibilities start earlier than ever. Student loan, debt loan grows as we age. Life insurance provide death benefit protection, helps to provide security for your family. It's the same thing I've been saying. You die too soon, your family get money. And your family has a peace of mind. And you also, you know very well if you die, you'll be buried. Your body will not be just like, we are looking for money, so we're just gonna bury you the way we want. At least now you have, they will bury you in dignity because you chose to get something for yourself. Protection, again, is unexpected. Unexpected is the sickness, the one I was saying, sickness. Terminal illness, chronic illness, critical injury. Now, chronic illness, let's say it's activity of daily living. You cannot do 2 things out of 6. You cannot go to the bathroom yourself, you cannot cook. That qualifies you from the company to give you 2% of what you have. If you have maybe you have $1 million, 2% you have $1 million, probably you're looking to get $2,000 a month. Will you even suffer? Will you call community for that? No. So that's why we are really emphasizing get something. Because now, for me, I didn't have to accelerate 2%. I just went straight to my cash value and taking the money myself. In 5 days, it was in my bank. But if you don't have cash value and you have this life insurance, you can really accelerate it 2% out of that if you have chronic. Terminal illness or critical, if you have cancer, stroke, that considered terminal illness, something that you have to live with it. So that inakuqualify kupewa lump sum. Kama uko na 100, have $1 million, company inakupatia maybe 200, 300, 10% of that. So that means utaenda kwa community again? No, because you have money already. So hiyo itakusaidia, even if you want to stay longer than that, you will stay longer, because you have money. You're not really bothering the community. Right now, I have a group where we've been asked $10. And you know what? I give. I don't feel bad to give. But I say to myself, I wish people can really know to get life insurance other than when problems comes is when you're saying, I'm going to live in a shelter, I'm kicked out, I don't have mortgage. But if you have that, at least you can go and accelerate and take some money out. So that's what's when you become ill. That's the terminal illness, chronic. That's where it covers. So what qualifies you? Those are the diseases that qualifies you. Terminal illness. Generally, if you have been diagnosed with a terminal illness and results death within 24 months, 12 months in some states, certification of illness from the physician. You just need to tell your doctor that you have problem, give me a letter. And we give that letter to the company, and the company just write a check to you. That's all. In 7 days, the money is in your account. Chronic illness, same thing. The way I was saying is activity of daily living, eating, toileting, transferring, that's qualified. For 12 months, you can accelerate the 2%. So 1 year, you already accelerate. You have money 1 year. You're not bothering anybody. Critical illness is all covers. ALS disease, aorta, prostate enema, blindness, cancer, cystic fibrosis, heart attack, stroke, all these it covers when you are sick. You can take the money out. Unachukua pesa when you have this problem. So meaning you don't have to worry. So again, take advantage of this kind of a life insurance because it covers you when you're sick, not for death. How do you make what you have saved last? If you have like a lifetime income, the one I was saying, you don't have to worry for you to retire. You have that lifetime income, that the one I was talking about, you can accelerate the money from it. You can get it for 10 years, 5 years, and you can just start earning from it. So that's another income coming from, not from your job. So with this, do you get taxed from life insurance? How many people know you get taxed? Do you get taxed? No. Death, you don't get taxed. So for me, I take advantage of this life insurance when I have my cash value, because I can take my cash value and I don't have to be taxed on it. How much is the interest? It's better than the bank. Our interest will never be less than 3%, always, never. So will you put the money in the bank? I would rather get something, life insurance, where I know my money is growing. If I'm sick, I can be taken care of. If I need money, I can still take the money out. I don't have to be taxed. So how many have 401k? If you try to get the money from 401k, you will be taxed for sure, big time. Uncle Sam will be very happy with all of you if you try to get the money there, if you have a problem. So with this, you don't have to worry. Uncle Sam doesn't have to worry about you. So try to put the money in your life insurance. That's a good vehicle to put the money. Not necessarily you have to get a permanent, but also get a term policy if you are not able to get a permanent. Nikona solution for every one of you if you see me one-on-one. Please don't go there and say, I can't afford it. Because you have not even looked and you have not even tried to see even one illustration. I wish I had time to run a few quotes for you, but I can do that one-on-one. So this is just the same thing, insurance policies with no additional cost when you put all these riders. So these riders is like the living benefits. No cost for the rider living benefits. You don't get taxed. No tax for, even if you're disability, no cost for that. Okay? So you're working hard to build your life. A life insurance helps to protect your home, family income in case of premature death, in financial impact of terminal illness, critical illness. It's the same thing. So it's just, I throw that slide there because to me, if you have family home, you really need to have that chronic illness, terminal illness, living benefits. So the process of getting life insurance, how do you get life insurance? You have to be approved for in case you have any pre-existing conditions. But I have had even people with conditions, they still get approved. Some of you can testify that here. It's not like you say, I have a problem, I don't think I can qualify. You still can qualify. I can tell you what you can qualify. If you have diabetic with insulin, that one you have to get like a final expense, because insulin, they didn't deny people. But diabetic with no insulin, yes, you can qualify. Diabetic, you have cancer more than 3 years, yes, you can qualify if it's more than 3 years. So don't feel like you can qualify for this life insurance. I also do final expense. So for those who want just to cover themselves just for death, just for value. So you just need to do application. Let's keep the slide because it's talking the same thing. That one, let's keep because this is repeating itself again. We can skip that one, how insurance, okay. The life happens every day in every community, in every family, it happens, unexpected happens. So let's also again cover ourselves, let's prepare ourselves. Insurance made an assumptions, we all have that. So I have insurance at work, I don't need it anymore. Yes, it's okay to have insurance from work, but remember, life insurance from work, it doesn't give you living benefits. If you need money from your life insurance from work, you can't take that. This is only if you work there. And if you leave work, or you get fired, you have no life insurance, so you lose it. So I always tell people it's good to have life insurance outside, just something outside other than just only work, okay? I already have insurance through another company. I don't need any more. How do you know if you have living benefits on it? The traditional life insurance don't have no living benefits. So we are really encouraging people to really look into the living benefits. You can keep that, but still get something else more with living benefits. Insurance is expensive, I cannot afford it. You have not even looked into it. How you know it's expensive? It all depends with your age again. Buy term, invest less. Yes, you can buy term and then also invest the rest. So you can buy something small from the term and put the rest of the money in an annuity or put it in IRA or put it in a permanent. So that's how you can save the money. If you really want to invest the rest and buy something small like the term policy. I'm afraid I might get killed for insurance. See, taboo again. So that's how we are. We feel that way. Oh, you want to buy life insurance so that you can kill me for this money? And that's how it is in Kenya. You hear people say, no, yeah, upate hii pesa. So let's not have that. Let's not think about that for sure. And especially if we are all educated, let's not think about that. Insurance is only good when I am dead. Now, not when you are dead, even when you are alive, because now it can cover us with disease, and you can also retire from it. I don't need life insurance because I'm young. Who said you don't need life insurance when you are young? So young people, they are dying. What are we doing? We are also asking for fundraisers, right? So, but if we get this life insurance, we don't really need to ask people for help. You get when you are young, not when you are older. It's good when you are young, not when you are older. So let's not have that I am young, I don't need it. For example, you guys have seen this, and I know we need to have a silent moment for Georgia people. So much is happening in Atlanta. We have so much death for young people. We just had, I know some of you remember the Conyos. The Conyos used to live here way back, and then they moved to Georgia. So their daughter just died last week from car accident, and she's young in her 20s, 30s. And then we have this boy again. I actually know the family. The boy who disappeared, 17-year-old, Edwards. What are they doing? They're asking for money. So if they had a life insurance, would they be asking for money? No, they would not be asking for Kenyan community to come to help them. So I can't get life insurance because I don't have papers. No. I'm giving everybody who don't have even if you don't have papers, I still do life insurance. As long as you have a passport and you have tax ID, you qualify for life insurance. So don't get here, oh, I don't have papers, I don't think I can buy life insurance. We are doing life insurance even for people who don't have papers. Do you have any question? Pastor, later, okay, I know. Okay. Thank you for having me and give me the opportunity to give information about life insurance. Thank you so much, Pastor. And Mary, I appreciate. Thank you so much.